What's up, everybody? Moses here. I got this weapon we talked about. I made a video about it. It's insane, it's crazy, it's good, and it's equipable from level 57. So I equipped it at 57, and we went for a ground slam. And I decided to go duelist. Currently, I haven't done any labs because, well, I didn't really need to. And I always kind of like to keep my labs before Kitava, and then I do all of them. So I'm just about to actually do exactly that. But before that, I wanted to kind of like go through how I leveled up this character. In this case, Ground Slam, it was equipable from level 1. I attached it with some basic, support gems, and I added more and more and more supports as I leveled up. So Maim, later it was Fortify, later it was melee physical damage, Brutality. It's a pure physical damage, so we're not doing any elemental. And then Onslaught has just been very comfortable, and when you're gearing up like super overpowered Onslaught on hit and on kill, on against uniques and rare, just having that perma Onslaught kind of like frees your mind. Yeah. So when I equipped this weapon, obviously it's supported by a level 18 Maim, so I removed Maim. But before that, what I was doing was just a Tabula, and I was using this Rimnor's hymn at level 17, and it also has a fated version that is in fact pretty incredible. That's called Rimnor's Dirge. There it is. So it looks like the same weapon, but it's not. I managed to get the prophecy for this. This one's level 17, this one's level 36. And from level 36, like until level 17, you just pick up whatever level 1 item. Make sure it's like a mace or an axe or staves, because that's the requirement. It can only be used with staves, axes, or maces. You cannot use swords or daggers or claws or anything like that. So no blade. Just, well, I guess axes do have blades. Never mind. Axes, maces, or staves. So you need to equip that. And then from level 17, this was pretty much a breeze with this weapon. And then Rimno's Dirge is a fated unique that allows you to basically double your damage and add 50% of physical as extra cold, which is pretty huge, right? Leech doesn't matter, but that's just that physical as extra cold is pretty insane. So this weapon, it's a level 36 weapon, but it totally carried me with a Tabula, with items like La Hoop and Carnage Heart, just for the stats and for the resists. Magnate is very solid because obviously you have infinite strength, so you get that 25 all res, lots of fizz damage, flash charges gained, tons of strength. Feels good with stun duration on enemies. Feels really nice when you're running with stun based weapon like maces. Feels very thick. And then I'm still using the gold rim, 7 league step, but if you don't have to use those, wander trap or wanderlust or whatever. And then whatever gloves you can get. At first I was using Lactonial Caress, which are here. Those are just like level 1 basic attack speed life gloves. You just slap them on level 1, and then you can get later. I never really played with those, so I decided to go with something a bit different just to try it out. There's the Rampage gloves you can get from like, where are they? Rampage, maybe they're here. Yeah, I'm just picking up. Oh, yeah, these were the Flesh and Spirit. So those are level 15 with some Rampage and attack speed. They're not that important. You can still use Lactonal Caress. And then I equipped like my real gloves around level 50 something. Those are pretty insane with attack speed, flat fizz, double resist, life. So self-found baby. Sometimes you just find good stuff. So yeah, that's basically it. But what's also very comfortable is the tree, because it's essentially like just one line that kind of like continues and just spreads out. I guess all builds are, but it's very very simple because it just goes through all the life nodes, which like this particular tree is very comfortable to level up with, because kind of like just goes through all the nodes that you kind of like just pick up damage as you level up and you grab more life, right? So for this build, I went with, you know, duelist. Just that's how I leveled up, like straight up. I didn't refund anything. I just went through exactly where the nodes that I needed. So I went through here, rushed this jewel socket because that Watcher's Eye has that increased attack damage while affected by precision. Precision is like 22 mana cost, and you leave it at level 1. You know, I don't know like how much those things cost in Trade League. I found one, and it's 60% increased damage, 58%. It rolls 50 to 60. I divided a couple of times, and I got this insane roll with maximum life near maximum attack damage. So obviously it's an attack build and can pretty much use it for every build. So I'm using it here. Rush that, 60% increased damage. It's obviously pretty insane. Feels pretty OP. Picked up the life nodes of Golem's Blood. Went down through here. Pretty much the same time where you could use Fortify. You can get Rampart. That's an insane cluster. I talked about many times. Not going to appear right now, but it's extremely OP. Probably should be crafted. It should be, or probably will be nerfed. So pretty much around level 31, you're grabbing Rampart, so it aligns perfectly. And then you go Wrecking Ball, and then you just go Life, Jewel Socket for rapid expansion. That gives you that ground slam. I'm just going to show you that ground slam area, right? It increases the angle. So if you're looking at the character like that, you can see it just kind of like slams in front of you. And with these jewels, each one increases the angle by 50%. So you get that thing going on right here. This is just with the one, obviously pretty strong, and of course 100% increased angle. So it kind of like covers everything, and it's really sweet. And this is even with blood stance. I decided to go blood stance, so you can go, you know, where is this? So many reservations. They all look the same. Here. Okay, so this is sand stance. Obviously more area. It's pretty good. Alright, so I'm just running blood stance because why not? And I feel like I already have good area and war banner here. So yeah, anyway, so these are the jewels. Once you pick them up, the build starts to really feel very good. And then you go to the second one, jewel socket, pretty much rush that. Once yeah, so I picked up the first jewel, picked up life, the damage, went to the second jewel, went to constitution, and then I went down for warrior's blood because 2% life regen is just very very strong. I don't have to have it. I don't have to have these two nodes, as a matter of fact. I felt like it's very strong, so I decided to go for it. And then retribution. So basically, all the juicy life nodes of you know, warrior. What's the name of that class? I don't know. Anyways, these nodes and these nodes of Templar, Marauder, yeah. So Marauder and Templar life nodes, all the juicy stuff. Pick up Devotion, then like going up, picking up Devotion, and now I'm making my way towards Purity of Flesh. And at this point, I'm about to enter Labyrinth, right? So I'm going to grab the first 3 labs, then I'm going to do Kitava, and then before you know it, I'm going to be level 80, plus 2 skill points from the quest, and we're going to fill in all the crit. Alright, so what happens at this point, at 64, just about to kill triple labs. We're going to run them one after another, and then kill Kitava, get 2 skill points after Kitava. My resistances are going to suffer a small minus 30, we're fine. Still overcapped even after the penalty, after Kitava, so I can still just rush through with this gear as it is. Just like rush through maps like Coward's Trial. Right, those are insanely good. I got 5 Maelstrom of Chaos, gonna rush those. I got 8 Coward's Trials, gonna rush those. Probably gonna be level 70 plus after I'm done with those. Maybe even 73 or something like that. Then I got some Breach Stones, gonna destroy those. Then I got some charged Breach Stones, we're gonna destroy those. Pure Breach Stone I'm not gonna touch because that's area level 83, and that's I'm only going to save once I'm done with Uber Lab and the build is like very much finalized, because I don't want to use up these to level up, and if I fail, it's a big loss in Soul Found. I would in trade, but I don't want to screw this up in Soul Found when I can't recover these, so I want to make sure 100% success, so I want to level up the build. Plus, this early in a level area 83, like, you know, you're still going to get a lot of experience if your level is like 84, 85, and you're going to go into a pure breachstone, so you need to kind of like wait with those. But the charged ones, you could pretty much go at 75 or so, or 78, or, you know, late 70s, and like if your character is built properly, you're going to do just fine. So yeah, that's basically it. So right now what we have left to do is lab, right? So our first lab is going to be like, we're going to get 3 labs, right? Uber lab is going to wait. So first we're going to pick up Overwhelm to set up the crit. Once we change to crit, we could start getting into crit nodes. Basically what it does is making it 8% instead of base weapon of 5, which is the reason why I decided to even go duelist just specifically for this node, because the best weapon crit is 5, and that's very low, and that's because I did not roll. Like, I just found this mace. I talked about it in a previous video, I don't want to get into it. Just found this mace essentially in a perfect world. Instead of that strength roll, you're going to have like 30% crit chance, right, as a suffix, and then, you know, your weapon crit chance is going to be like 7%, 7 point something, and you're going to be able, like, you won't have to have the duelist ascendancy here for the Overwhelm. But this is a new node, it allowed me to kind of like explore something new, and I haven't played duelist in a while, and it seems like it perfectly fits, not only because of the 8% and the additional crit multi that we're going to be getting, but also because of impact, which is huge, because I'm playing SSF, and you guys, if you've been watching, I've been really struggling hard to find Carcass Jack, could not do it, and as a result, we need a lot of AoE for a skill like, you know, for the clear, for a skill like Ground Slam. Can't use Carcass Jack. Been trying, you know, it's been almost 2 months of pretty much chancing on every character. I have a stack of chance orbs, and, you know, it's pretty much been thousands of chance orbs trying to get Carcass Jack. Still can't have it, still haven't dropped. I don't know what's up with that, but yeah, maybe later we'll get it. Ideally want Carcass Jack, but yeah, so we got this Overwhelm, and we got all that area of effect, and, you know, more melee. I mean, it's such a nice node for us, with some accuracy, with some you know, unarmed or +2 melee weapon range. Not that relevant for us, but definitely the AoE is very strong for us, and Overwhelm. And then I'm not going to go towards the Leech, because those are completely unnecessary. Instead, just a lot more damage. No Reflect, make it very nice for us to map, and you know, more damage against uniques. Just more damage if you've killed recently. It's such an insane OP, you know, 4 nodes over here that I can't ignore it. Not to mention the Culling Strike, movement speed, attack speed to make the build a lot more fluent. Feels pretty good overall. And a quick word about these 2 nodes. Basically, I'm not a fan of those nodes because, well, they're overrated. The thing about Path of Exile is that things one-shot you. Okay, so if things one-shot you, it doesn't matter if you have 500% life leech increase per second. It doesn't matter how much life leech you have. It doesn't matter how much you recover per second if you're getting one-shotted, right? So if you can recover with stuff like this, right? War's Blood, you got Master of the Arena, you got Sanctity, you got a couple of life regen nodes that exist on this tree that allows you to get some kind of like life regen going on, and also you have Flask, and also you have Leech. Excuse me, you have Leech right here, and that's all I need. This one life node, life and mana leech, that's all I need to sustain myself, right? So if you're not getting one-shotted, you're pretty much a couple of seconds later are fully recovered for for maximum life. So I don't know. People are like those SOP. Those are really nice, convenient quality of life. But if I compare these 4 points versus these 4 points, there's no way I'm not taking Band of Legend and Headsman. And those are just, I don't know how to call them, happy little noob trap. Point is, I played many builds that are based on Leech, and it's just overrated and not that necessary at all, in my opinion. But of course, you build the way that you want. I'll build according to my preferences. It's all good. But yeah, anyways, now we are around level 64, about to run all the labs, and once the labs are done, we're going to get into all the crit, more crit, and more crit. Build finishes around level 92, but I always leave myself some room to mess around. So around level 86, if we are currently looking at my current tree, I got almost 4k life, and I don't have any life on my boots. And I'm still with leveling gear, so no life over here. So we're going to have about at this point, about 4k life. We still need a couple of life nodes that I'm going to pick up later. So we're going to be solid when it comes to life. So what I'm trying to say is, if I do everything that I do around level 86, I fill in every single crit node that I have, and I have about 5k HP pool, I'm totally ready to start grinding basically Red Elders and do Uber Lab and finish that and start grinding Red Elders and start filling in more life nodes and more little things, maybe some jewel sockets and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, that's basically it. That's how I level up. And I decided to make this quick video for you guys to learn a little thing or two and to share some love. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.